Okay, scrappers, here's the next one. It's a Philips plasma TV. So I'll open this up and have a look at what we got. What I noticed so far is that this stand is all aluminium, so it weighs a few kilos of aluminium. So you know, we've already got some decent scrap value there. I'll just open up this top. And this backing is that's steel, and it's got a plastic surround, so a bit of both. Get rid of the steel part and the plastic. There we go. Okay, so yeah, another plasma TV. So yeah, means you got a nice big power board there. Got a main board there. We've got some heat sinks I'll take off, and we'll check the chips. Or actually, they're the display boards, and main board's under there somewhere. So okay, I'll get her open and okay. So I'm halfway there. I've just taken off the steel bit. Got the boards out the way. So that's the main board here, and as you can see, again, it's gold corner, high grade board. So we can just sell this as high grade if that was your thing. Otherwise, like me, I'll be depopulating it. And there's another plastic frame. Okay, so now we're into it. So this board here, it doesn't have any gold corner chips, so this is just going to go as mid-grade. We'll check underneath these heat sinks, but I'm assuming that these are going to be mid-grade. That's just a low-grade power board. And our strip boards, again, with these don't have the gold fingers like the LCD TVs. These have just got the little gold plugs. But I noticed this one's got a lot of thick film resistors, so this will be good to depopulate actually. So I'll just take off the rest of this. There's not much steel on this one actually. It's mostly plastic, but you know, quite a nice range of circuit boards here. All right, I'll get back when I've got everything pulled apart. Yeah, so yeah, so this board here, this is just a mid-grade board. It doesn't have any gold corner chips, but still, for me, it's still well worth depopulating. But if you're going to sell it, it's just basically a mid-grade board. And these are the strip boards. Now, if you can see these very big thick film resistors, okay, they're the Ravenium ones, and these are the high quality ones, probably because it's a Philips TV. They use probably better components, but yeah, as you can see, there's some really nice thick film resistors on these boards, so definitely worth taking out, depopulating this board. And also down here there's these little aluminium plates, but they're like dirty aluminium. I don't bother taking off the plates because there's no gold fingers there. It's just got these little gold plugs and little, if I can get one out, and so it's just got a little bit of fingers there. So that's all that's sort of on these plates. So so I'd rather just cut with a knife along there and just and not worry about removing each and every one of these plates, because I just throw them as steel. But yeah, so that's the finger strip boards, and these boards here, I've taken off the couple of the heat sinks to have a look. See, underneath there's really nothing underneath that one, and here they're only diodes, so they just got a little bit of copper under it inside each one. So there's not a lot on this board to really depopulate, aside from these nice gold fingers or gold pins along here. So all I'll do is I'll cut these, you know, break these plugs off the ends. They're really nice. They're like, you know, about 5 inches long. So I'll cut these pins, and I'll just probably sell this board as just a mid-grade board, because there's really nothing on this board for me to depopulate, you know. apart from a couple of little MLCCs. I might take them off, but the rest would just go as mid-grade board. Same as the other side, just these fingers, that's all you want. And the side, the part where the fingers plug into, these plugs, they're also good to keep, but there's nothing else in these boards there. This part sort of sticks into the monitor, into the screen there, and there's no gold fingers or anything. It's just copper wire. So all I really want out of this is just the plugs. But yeah, so that's all that is. I'll just class it as mid-grade for now, and just the power board, obviously. Got a lot of nice transformers. So if you didn't want to sell it as a power board, you know, you can see there's a lot of these copper spools. There's quite a lot of copper in there, some aluminium, and yeah, and then the rest could just go as a low-grade board. Or you could just get rid of the whole lot as a power board if you're getting pretty good money. Yeah. So all right, I'll just do a quick weigh up, and we'll get the final scrap value. Okay, well, I've scrapped out that Philips plasma. That's the steel that we've got left over. And then this is the boards that we ended up getting. And so here we've got the mostly aluminium from the stand. It's all aluminium, so a bit of value there. A couple of the pieces that I took off from the circuit boards. Some insulated copper wire. And that's the high grade board that we got. So only one high grade board in this TV, okay, because it's got the gold corner on this side, so this whole thing can go as high grade. And these are the mid grade boards, and so basically, yeah, as I said, there's nothing under the heat sinks really. So you know, depends how much you get for mid grade. Like this one, I've just left the heat sinks on because I get more for mid-grade than I do for aluminium. So yeah, and so you got the strip boards, which, as I said, have got the really nice thick film resistors, the blue ones. So these are going to be actually quite good to depopulate. Another good grade of mid-grade board, just a very basic one here. And just these plugs, you know, I just threw these in mid-grade, but obviously if you take out the gold pins out of all these, you know, you'll get better value. And same with everything. If you depopulate your mid-grade boards even, and you refine yourself, or you'll get someone to refine it, or you sell the components, you'll get much better value. You got the little fingers in here, and you got the long gold pins in there. Well worth at least taking off these long pins. Just break off these and then sell this as a mid-grade board. And over here is just finally the power board, low grade. So again, I price it at what a low grade board sells for. Obviously, if you were going to take off these copper spools and transformers, break them up and get the copper out of it, you might do a bit better in value if you've got the time to break all them up, or you know. But you can sell these for pretty close to what transformers sell for anyway. So if you were just taking off the transformers, throwing them into your transformer bucket, you know, you might as well just sell the whole board, because you're not going to really get much less if you sell it as a whole board, unless you depopulate the whole thing. You get your aluminium, your copper, a few little bits and pieces, some little ICs maybe, but you know, like these capacitors are nothing. They're just aluminium capacitors, no value. And you know, so there. So yeah, that's it. That's the Philips, and that's the model plasma TV, and this is basically the breakdown of everything inside it, how much I got from all the things, and the scrap value. This is based on the prices that I'm getting in Australia at the moment. Keep in mind that steel here in Australia at the moment is only 5 cents a kilo. So it used to be 25 cents a kilo. So obviously this would go up a lot more. It would be equivalent to having 100 kilos of steel at the moment, because yeah, when we used to sell it for 25 cents a kilo. But so at the moment steel is not high, but when it goes up, this this scrap value will go up quite a bit, as well as probably a little bit more for other things too. But yeah, so there you go. That's from the Philips Plasma TV, and keep scrapping, and I'll catch you on the next one.